The idea of making a presentation in public is the number one fear reported by people who live in the United States. This fear far outranks other common phobias, such as spiders, snakes, heights, fear of failure, and rejection. It even outranks clowns. Jerry Seinfeld remarked on this exceedingly high rank when he said, "If the fear of death is ranked number 2 and public speaking is ranked number 1, that means at a funeral, the average American would rather be the person in the casket than the person giving the eulogy." Let's get this fear thing out of the way right now. If you're going to be the one to die your own death, you might as well be the one that lives your own life. Nothing illustrates this more for me than a very funny movie made about 20 years ago called Defending Your Life, with Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep playing the roles of a couple of dead people who meet in the afterlife in a place called Judgment City, which, it turns out, is a little bit like Las Vegas and a lot like one of those timeshare vacation promo weekends. They are told to relax and have fun for a few days while their life is being reviewed by the powers that be, because what happens in Judgment City stays in Judgment City. Well, the two characters fall madly in love, and Mr. Brooks's character is the type of person who is always concerned about what other people think, and he therefore does not, as a rule, take risks of any type, even when he really wants to. Mrs. Streep's character is the opposite. She takes every bull that crosses her path by the horns and does whatever her heart tells her to do. The problem is that he is too scared to throw himself into a wonderful, passionate, brief week of love with no eternal consequences. On their last night together in Judgment City, oh, I better shut up because I'm going to spoil the movie for you. Anyway, it's all about fear and how conducting yourself from a place of fear is one of the worst sins that you can commit against yourself. Needless to say, it's a powerful movie, and if you've never seen it, you ought to make it a priority to rent it soon. It takes the common challenge phrase, "Feel the fear and do it anyway," to a whole new level. Fear is not only a natural and common experience shared by all people, it is also commonly conquered with fantastic results. And as the movie portrays, it's supposed to be conquered during the course of your life, for best results in the afterlife. A lot of folks that know me know darn good and well that I'm an avid professional paranormal investigator. Whether or not you believe in that stuff is irrelevant. What is relevant is that I can and do boldly go where others fear to tread. But I wasn't always that bold. My first investigation was at a haunted Civil War battleground, and it was pretty intense. Afterward, I had to drive myself home at 4 o'clock in the morning through a winding and secluded wooded area, fog and all. I white-knuckled it the whole way. But afterward, I was proud of myself for getting there, hanging in there, investigating with a total group of strangers, and getting my buns home again, all by my lonesome. The second investigation was even more intense, with myself and the entire team standing outside an old Victorian bed and breakfast in the wee hours of the morning, not willing to go in and retrieve our own equipment. But I did go back inside,